Fukushima was 3 years ago as of yesterday. It's a sad, sad anniversary. I'm going to give you my take on it, just off the top of my head. It was the worst disaster that we know of if you have to pick a single event that has been human-caused. Do we have all the fundamental or necessary information on it? Do we have all the facts arranged in front of us? No, we don't. There's still a lot of questions. And the reason is because it is the subject of a massive cover-up. I know this for sure. I'm not manufacturing some kind of a conspiracy. If you talk with anyone who lives in Japan, Japanese people, Japanese citizens, they are becoming aware that their government, in cahoots or collusion with TEPCO, the Tokyo Electric Power Company, is making it illegal to talk about Fukushima in Japan. And if they're found out talking about Fukushima while they leave Japan, or Tokyo, when they come back, they can be prosecuted. So this is a horrible situation there of the government cover-up, which is corruption, which is a crime against the Japanese, which is a crime against the region there in Asia, which is a crime against the North Pacific, the half of the world, the Americas, Australia. It is also a crime against the entire world because of this radioactive toxic pollution. Has the world learned anything by knowing about the cover-up? It's even stated in the United States mainstream media. It's around the world. The awareness that Japan has lied, bold-faced lies, disgraceful lies, shameless lies, vicious lies, evil lies, criminal lies, and they have not apologized sufficiently. This is probably the greatest reason for Harikari if they had any honor. But since being defeated in many wars, unfortunately, I'm not saying they were right or wrong, it's just unfortunate when nations fight like that. But at this stage of the game, the people running the show over there have no honor. They're only thinking about the money, they're only thinking about how they can continue to lie, and because of all this, they're continuing to pollute the planet. And the farther you go away from the source of this toxic, radioactive, radiation, plutonium, uranium, everything that's coming out of it, the farther you go, it is going to get diluted. Just like the farther you go away from the man that's yelling at the top of the mountain, you're going to hear it more and more faintly. It might even become imperceptible, but you hear something. You feel it. You know that something is going on. But the closer you get, you hear it more and more clearly. You hear it loud and clear. So the closer you get to the Fukushima site, the more you're going to feel it. Now, what can be done about it? Because I'm a man that seeks solutions. Practical. I'm always reminding myself, how can we be practical? We can complain about this, we can notice a problem, we can talk about it till we're blue in the face, or red in the face as the case may be. But if you want to get to the next level of wisdom, you have to talk in terms of a plan that is going to make things better. It's going to solve the problem. It's going to get us to improvement. Isn't that the point of life? Isn't that the point of the planet itself, for us to be intelligent species that are superior here? Isn't that the whole purpose? Yeah, I think it is. So what I think we should do is continue to stay on this proactively and positively. You can never give up. I will continue to say what I say until things change. And I do know that whether you call it metaphysically or just wishful thinking or positive thinking, positive vibrations, you cannot give up, because you know when you're thinking about the solutions and you're thinking that people are going to do what they need to do, it's actually making an effect. It really is. So continue thinking that. If you are an activist, you first have to start in the mind. You have to believe these things. You have to. Or else, don't even bother. Don't fool yourself that you're doing anything. Don't fool yourself that you even know what the problem is. That is the problem, because the thinking of the people that are doing this, that are part of the crime against humanity, these people don't think right. They're not thinking that they can take care of it. They're not thinking, so they don't want to. If they would first start thinking the way we are thinking, then we could start doing the right thing and solving the problem. One thing follows after the other. So the first thing is the right state of mind, the right positive thinking about it. And if that's all we can do from a distance, we are not powerless. We are full of power. And there's a spiritual proverb that speaks about this. It says that the greatest fear that people have is not that they don't have power. It's not that they're powerless. Their greatest fear is that they have so much power. And that's what they're refusing to understand. If you would only get over that fear and think about the power that you have to change things right where you are, just like I'm doing right now. And if I could figure out a way to do more, if I could go to Japan and go to Fukushima, and if there was a point of actually doing something and getting cooperation with the other people that are there, then I would do it. But you got to remember, in conclusion, the problem comes from human greed, human folly, human evil, if you want to call it that. But the result is energy. These are small particles which are very potent. They're very intense. These radioactive particles, these waves of energy, that's what it is. And that's a lot closer or similar to thought waves, because that's also energy, if you didn't realize that. So continue with your positive thinking, even after this anniversary, the third anniversary of the worst tragedy, the worst industrial disaster that human history has ever seen. And we've got to get through it, because it is current and ongoing. They are meltdowns, and nobody seems to know what's going on.